So in this video, we're going to talk about literal equations. The only difference between this and anything we've done previously in this unit with solving equations is now our answers are going to have all of our original variables in it. We're not solving and getting a number. We're just rearranging our formula to isolate a variable. So in this first example, it's asking us to solve for d. Well, d is currently in the denominator. In order to get d out of the denominator, I have to multiply both sides by d, which is going to leave me with b being equal to 6d. And then d is now being multiplied by 6, so I need to undo that and divide. So d would be equal to b divided by 6. Over here in my second example, they're asking us to solve for r. So currently, r is being multiplied by both I and t. And I'm allowed to divide by both of those variables at the same time, which gives me r being equal to p divided by it. Now these next few are a little bit more complicated than the beginning ones. Here I'm solving for y, so the first thing I need to do is undo the 4 in the denominator. It's all the same solving steps we would have had before, except now nothing is simplifying. I'm still going to have everything I started with. It's just going to be rearranged. So getting y alone, the next thing I would need to do is add z. And then finally, I divide everything by 2. So I'll have y being equal to 4x plus z, all divided by 2. So all the same steps we would have done if these were things I could have simplified. But again, there's no simplifying, I'm just rearranging. So now I'm solving for r. When I have two fractions that are set equal to each other, I am allowed to multiply numerator to denominator and vice versa. So this would be qg being equal to rf. And then I just need to divide by f to get r by itself. So r would be qg divided by f. And I have two more. So here my goal is to solve for b. So I'm going to undo these two things out here one at a time. So the first thing I'm going to do is multiply by 2. So I'll have 2v being equal to h times b plus c. Now h is being multiplied by both of these things. If I distribute, that's going to just add more work. So I'm going to divide by h. So I'll have 2v divided by h being equal to b plus c. And then the last thing I would have to do is subtract c. So b will be 2v divided by h minus c. Oops. Helps if you can actually see the whole thing, doesn't it? And then last but not least, we're going to look at this question here where we're solving for g. So I'm going to move this 5a term. So I'll have m minus 5a being equal to 2g. And then I'm going to divide by 2. So g is going to be equal to m minus 5a all divided by 2. So really the only difference is, instead of simplifying to get g being equal to some number, I'm actually going to be left with everything I had at the beginning. I'm just doing all of the same undoing steps to end with a rearranged formula.